Okay, so welcome again. The reason we're having this event is to introduce the mentors and the mentees to each other. So the mentees can have a chance to figure out like which mentors they would prefer and whom they like relate to more so they can get the best out of the program. So we have 9 mentors, I think 8 of whom are here today. We have Jonathan, who works at Upfield. Twinkle and Praneet work at Mondelez International, and Aisha, who used to work at PepsiCo and she's not here today. We have Nosa, who I also don't think is here today, but works at Coca-Cola Bottling Limited, and Queen, who also. So we have Diana, who's a research student. She researches with one of our food professors over here. Alicia, who did her PEY at Kellogg's, and I believe is a fourth-year student at UFU right now, and James, who works at Western.
So I don't know if any of the mentors want to add anything, because I know you got cut off maybe a bunch of times. So if there's some sort of like statement you want to make about the sort of relationship you're looking for to sort of help the mentees make their choices, maybe I'll just go, if you guys have time, like Twinkle, and then we can just quickly go in order.
Yeah, I think someone asked me this during one of my breakout rooms, so I think that's a good question. For me, I think it would just be like a casual mentor-mentee relationship. So if you guys have any questions, always feel free to reach out and just ask me whatever it is that you'd like to know, whether it be about food engineering or not. And if that works for you, then that's good. And if you'd like something more structured and feel more comfortable with that, then reach out and we can set that up too. But I'm thinking just like coffee chats over Skype for the next little while.
Great. And
Can I go next?
Oh.
Yeah. It's just I have to jump to a different thing like quickly. So yeah, so also pretty casual and just like it will be a conversation wise. It's just I hope I can get through, use my experience as something that for you guys and maybe help you guys a little to avoid some of the mistakes I made, like in university or career-wise. So I'm just like, if you guys have any questions, as well as primary focus will be behind the scenes from manufacturing. As I said to everybody, it's just like from making, like from flour to bread. It's just like this process behind it before you see that in the shop, like in the supermarket. So if you're really interested in that area in particular, you can just like pick me. And yeah, hope I can help you all. Thank you guys.
Thank you, James. Have a good evening. And if anyone has to leave, please go. But if you have a second, that would be great too. So Alicia, if you want to go ahead.
Sure. Yeah, I would say my things, maybe 3 things. Number 1, I guess just want to like have fun at the end of the day. I think this is all like extra, like you're already doing so much by like signing up for these programs and like putting yourself out there. And I'm sure you're very busy with school. So like number 1, just like want to have a fun experience and make it good for you overall. Number 2, kind of like Twinkle said too, making it so it's like whatever kind of thing you're looking for, whether it's fun, whether it's more like structured or whether it's just like casual life chats too. And then 3rd, I would just want to make sure that I'm constantly there for you. So if you need like help or something, if you have questions, I'll try to always get back to you as soon as possible. So making sure that I'm also respecting your time as well.
Thank you, Alicia. Queen?
Yeah, sure. For me, I think the biggest thing is, and I again, similar to Twinkle, someone asked me this question, is just being more of a thought partner for you. Someone you feel like you can reach out to if you need to bounce up ideas, if you have certain decisions you're trying to figure out and you're trying to make. I'm always open to that. If you just want someone to like just even rant to sometimes, because sometimes that's needed, and just kind of let things. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted because I'm seeing the comments. I didn't even read it. I just saw that I can't live up to the legend, so I'm slightly distracted. But anyways, again, so for me, it's just a chance for me to, actually a big part of it is a chance for me to give back, because I know that I was in the same situation as you guys, where, you know, you're just starting school, and I was lucky enough that I had a lot of people to mentor me and to help me out. And I just want to give that back and be able to support someone the same way I was supported.
You guys are so sweet. Praneeth?
If you want to learn about making chocolates, I'm your guy.
There's like 3 people here that can teach you how I can do that.
Yeah.
I did that, and I was
Queen,
closer than
you're
that.
you're like the cream egg expert, okay, Queen? I will not take credit for that.
I was cream eggs and mini eggs and chocolate making.
No, but seriously, guys, you have a lot of kind of Mondelez representation here, so you can reach out to any one of us, I'm sure, in terms of learning more about the business. But where I can kind of provide a little bit of guidance is not just on the engineering side, but in general, more on the macro side on the business, and kind of connecting the plant environment also with the corporate side of the business, as that's kind of where my role lies. So I can provide a little bit more insight into that and talk more about, consumer trends and insights and things like that, and where food industry is moving in the future in general. But apart from that, in terms of what other things, I expect from the mentorship program, I think it's really kind of what you guys want it to be, and that's what we're here to facilitate for you. Come prepared, come with questions, whatever you want to know at the end of the day. And if we don't know the answer, like, at least I know that I have people in my industry who I can reach out to get those answers for you. So whatever information you need, feel free to reach out. And even if, we are not your mentors or you've not selected us and you have interest and want to reach out and even have a coffee chat, I'm always available for that as well. Because I think what Queen mentioned, we're here to give back because we were in that situation too. So I'd echo the same thing.
Absolutely, Praneeth. I think that's a really good point, and we'll definitely try to facilitate a way to have maybe some sort of big group, so that if you have some sort of general question, you can be like, at mentors, let me know. If whoever can solve my problem, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. And then maybe even the mentees could help other mentees. I think Jonathan is our last mentor.
Oh, okay. I mean, what I was saying is just sort of like being there is like emotional support. I was mentioning like, especially during the job application process, but honestly, it could be really about anything, like school, obviously the job application process, but really talk to me about anything you want advice with. That's really what I would say a mentor is there for, just to provide advice wherever you need it.
Okay, so I think I'll end the call. So have a great evening. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Carly, Aaron. Thank you, Alicia, Michael, Melinda. Thank you, Brittany.